Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And one of the movies that I was really looking forward to watching all of last year, which is 2024, was Nosferatu, the 2024 remake, reimagining, whatever you want to call it, of the 1922 film. Over 100 years, man, that's absolutely mind-boggling. So the remaking of the 1922 silent movie, the German expressionist vampire film Nosferatu, a symphony of horror, and that is a almost no, I wouldn't say almost. It is actually a legendary film in the horror genre, and I haven't actually watched it though. I know a lot about it. I've seen clips of it. I've heard people talking about it, but I've never really got the chance to actually watch it on streaming or cable or DVD or anything like that. So I will try to watch it whenever I can. And basically, in that, it is a German setting for the Dracula legend, sorry, and they borrowed the concept from Bram Stoker's Dracula, brought it to Germany, and called him Count Orlok, a vampire, basically. So that's the same storyline which we're following in the 2024 film Nosferatu, and it stars Bill Skarsgård as Count Orlok, the vampire, Nicholas Hoult, who's having a fantastic year, by the way, and Lily Rose Depp, who I'm not sure if I've actually seen her in anything else, but maybe one or two films here that I'll have to go back and check and see in which movies I've actually watched her. It also stars in supporting roles Aaron Taylor Johnson, Emma Corrin, Ralph Ineson, Simon McBurney, and William Dafoe, who is William Dafoe, basically. The filming basically took place in Prague, I believe, of 2023, in 2023, sorry. The movie is fantastic to watch, no doubts about it. This is an absolute amazing remake. It's a wonderful movie. At the upcoming, there's the Academy Awards in a day or so, and it's got nominations for Best Cinematography, Best Costume Design, Best Production Design, and Best Makeup and Hairstyling. And I think they should win for Best Makeup, at least out of the other of the four nominations that they have. So basically, the movie starts off with this young lady named Ellen. This is in the early 1800s. She's pleading for a supernatural being to ease her loneliness, and you see Count Orlok. This part confuses me as to how he actually came there. He basically comes to her, and I think they, and her cries basically awaken him, and then she basically pledges him to eternity, but then she kind of forgets about him for a while. I don't know what he was doing for them. Count Orlok doesn't really come to her after that. And then it's now 1833. She is a grown woman. She's married to Thomas Hutter, played by Nicholas Hoult, and they live in this town of Wisberg. And just like in the Dracula storyline, he takes a lucrative commission from his employers, Her Knock, to basically sell a old ruined manor to the reclusive Count Orlok. So he can travel all the way to Carpathia in Transylvania, and Ellen is actually disturbed, by some dreams, and she begs Thomas to stay, but he decides he's going to go. He leaves her in the care of his wealthy friend Friedrich Harding and his wife Anna, and they have two young daughters named Clara and Louise. I know this is German, but and set in Germany rather, but they've got the most British sounding accents. Mama, I'm sorry, what did they say? Mummy and Papa. It's like really funny. So basically, it's just like you expected. He goes there. People are scared about when he says he wants to go to see Count Orlok. The local people, the Romani people, they kind of shun him, the gypsies, and he is warned by an old woman, please don't go to see him. But however, this is something which will give him lots of money, and therefore, kind of like set him up and his career as well, so he can give his wife Ellen as whatever she desires. So he wants to really do this for his career. At that night, while he's staying at one of the inns, he sees a group of Romanian, gypsies basically, exhuming and impaling an alleged vampire corpse with a stake, and then the next morning he's basically all alone. His horse is gone. He walks all the way to Orlok's castle, meets him. He's pretty old and disgusting looking. They don't really focus on him too much at that time, and it's the same stuff. So like he's there, he's stuck. He's been fed on a little bit by Orlok. There's a scene where he tries to go and find Orlok, opens a coffin, and then you see him. And that's where you really properly get to see him. So he basically starts becoming a lot younger because he's been feeding on the blood, and he's got these wolves that kind of imprison Thomas inside the castle. But finally he manages to escape. He jumps into the river. He is found by some Orthodox nuns at a nearby church, and they take him. They basically tell him that Orlok was a student of the Scholomans. I don't know how that's how you pronounce it. It is Scholomans, Romanian for black magic, I believe. Anyway, I do know a person who's Romanian, recently met in the last few months. Maybe I could ask her about it. Anyway, so Orlok sets sail on a ship to Wisburg, and of course he kills the crew on the voyage, and there's a lot of plague spreading rats that come out of the ship. They land in Wisburg, and then the town is basically the town is basically struggling, and of course there is the inevitable killing of people. His wife is Anna is killed. The kids are killed by Orlok, and then Friedrich goes mad with grief. They go to hunt Orlok because he is also out for Ellen, and so in this movie there's a slight difference. They go to Orlok's the manor where he's going to stay there, but they only find the Renfield storyline. The Renfield character in this is basically Simon McBurney, who plays her Knock. He basically is the Renfield character, and they only find him. They kill him quite by accident, but then they destroy the castle, destroy the manor. Sorry, and then this was actually set up so that Ellen can actually invite Orlok to have sex with her, but then she tricks him because he's exposed when sunlight comes up, and he is killed. And so he was feeding on her until sunrise. Sunlight kills him. When Thomas realizes that his wife is actually, he goes all the way back and he sees Nosferatu's corpse is basically withering, and Ellen is dying over there. He's actually on top of her, and she dies, and basically the plague is also lifted from the town of Wisburg, and that's basically the movie. Acting wise, I know a lot of people have been raving about Lily Rose Depp's. I don't find it to be that great, but yeah, some of it is actually pretty good. I don't know, there's certain parts of it makes me feel disgusted. I don't know why. It's some of the expressions that she's got on her face. She's basically Mina Harker for this movie. Nicholas Hoult is fantastic as Thomas Hutter. Of course, Bill Skarsgård. He actually does the voice for Nosferatu. He's got this very guttural kind of voice that can scare the crap out of you. The design for Count Orlok is great. One problem, there is this stupid mustache that it reminds me of, and I'm gonna, because I've never really watched this cartoon in Sonic. What's that guy's name? Dr. Roboto or Mr. Roboto? Robotic? Robotnik? Or Dr. Eggman. He's the character, which Jim Carrey's got that mustache. It's the same kind of mustache. It's ridiculous. I mean, that's the only thing about the movie. It's a little bit of a slow burn, but I was completely fascinated, even though the story is very, very familiar. I was fascinated with everything, but the fact that the mustache really threw me off. William Dafoe is great as the slightly nutty professor or whatever he is, the guy who basically comes up. Yeah, he's a Professor Albin. He's Professor Albin Eberhard von Franz, the Abraham Van Helsing character in this movie, in the story. Aaron Taylor Thompson is good as the wealthy friend, and the, the entire cast is pretty good. I mean, I didn't really find anything missing, basically. And yeah, Bill Skarsgård, amazing, amazing. I mean, as bad as the Crow remake was, and I'm kind of feeling that he's being stuck for all these remakes. It, the remake, uh, the Crow is a remake, which really bombed, but this one is really good, as was it. And yeah, I think I did a fantastic job. This movie deserves an 8.5 out of 10. Thank you.